Welcome to Zoomer Philosophy. In this episode, we're going to be discussing the Netflix original film
Don't Look Up.
Don't Look Up with Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, and Adam McKay.
And the far superior film, Real Geniuses.
And we're going to talk about Real Genius.
Yeah.
Is it Real Geniuses?
I think it's, is it? I think it's, is it Real Geniuses or Real, it might be Real Genius.
Val Kilmer? Let's see, it's,
look that
I think it's Real Genius.
When Chris makes the scientific discovery of the century, you did it. His classmates want the credit. You're not number one around here anymore. His professor wants the publicity. And the military wants to use his discovery as the ultimate weapon. This is not good. So Chris is about to turn getting even into a science. They should never try to outsmart a real genius. Real Genius.
Yeah, Real Genius, 1985 film, starring Val Kilmer, Gabriel Jarrett, Michelle Myrink.
Myrink?
Michelle Myrink. I think she's the, look how great she still looks.
Holy shit, she does look really good.
Yeah, she played the nerd in Revenge of the Nerds.
She was hot back then. She's hot now as well. Like,
yeah, she looks great.
Yeah.
She's 59.
Is the genius
I wonder if she's
Michael
single.
still hot? What's
Mike, Chris Knight, you mean?
Yeah. Oh no, he's not anymore.
No, Val Kilmer gained a little weight.
He's not. Val Kilmer's not that good looking actually anymore.
No, he's not that good looking anymore.
No, that's very upsetting.
Something went wrong. I think he had some sort of
His face died.
something went wrong with his face. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Val Kilmer, I think he had a disease.
Oh well, now that makes me sound insensitive. What?
He had throat cancer.
Oh well, then that wouldn't affect the way his face looks, would it?
It might. Having cancer, in general,
affects the way you look.
Yeah. I don't know what. I didn't know that Val Kilmer had throat cancer. That's too bad.
Yeah. He was good in the movie. Yeah.
He was good. He got older, and I think he didn't take as good a care of himself as someone like Tom Cruise, who's been technically frozen.
Yeah.
So in any case,
if you touch him, he's at negative 13 degrees.
we watched Don't Look Up.
Yes.
And then I said, we need to watch this movie with Val Kilmer from 1985 called Real Genius because it's a better movie.
Yeah, and you said that.
Somehow I thought they were similar.
Yeah, they're not at all, actually.
They're not
but
similar.
We're going to talk about both of them and compare
slightest.
them.
There's one part.
Yeah, there's one part.
Maybe. That's similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm asking you now.
Yeah, which one do I like better?
No, I didn't ask that.
Okay,
but which one did you like better? Don't Look Up or Real Genius?
I think I like Real Geniuses better. It was more fun.
It's Real Genius.
Real Genius, yeah. Real Genius.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that, though critiquing Don't Look Up, I would say its downfall is apathetic characters who
nihilistic, I'd say.
Yeah,
these are people who really in their heart of hearts unconsciously want the world to end.
Yeah.
They get a great pleasure from telling people that the world's going to end.
A justification of sorts.
I mean, Leonardo, I guess, not Leonard. Leonard DiCaprio.
Yeah, DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio enjoys, he goes on Sesame Street and tells a Muppet that the world's going to end.
I know, yeah.
Every single man, woman, and child on this planet is going to die.
I don't like him. He makes me sad.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah,
kids, listen to me. You tell your parents that President Lain and Ishmael are sociopaths.
I liked that scene. I thought that was a funny scene.
Yeah, it was a funny scene, but also, who does that? What's the point of doing that? Why upset all the little children at home?
I can't tell if that is supposed to be a parody of the fact that people are freaking out over Big Bird tweeting that he got the vaccine.
Oh, maybe.
So it could be that.
Yeah, but that seems really different. Big Bird saying, I got vaccinated is one thing.
You get vaccinated as well.
Leonardo DiCaprio telling a Muppet that the world's going to end to the point where the puppeteer can no longer, is too depressed to continue making the puppet talk. Mm-hmm. I think it's different. That's a different thing.
It's like, oh, you're making me sad, Leonard.
Yeah.
Leonard.
Leonardo.
No, we're not adding the O anymore.
Oh, fine.
It's being erased from his name.
Okay. Leonard DiCap.
Yeah, Leonard. Leonard DiCap.
Anyway, and then Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence really enjoys telling people that things are going to blow up. That's like her whole personality.
Yeah.
And then there's the stupid Trump woman. Meryl Streep plays Trump.
Yeah.
You didn't think it was?
I didn't look. She doesn't really act like Trump to me. Her way of going about things did not seem as rash as Trump. Like when she first heard about the asteroid. Spoilers, by the way, if you want to watch this film and haven't.
Yeah, the asteroid hits the Earth and everybody dies. But, that's not a real big spoiler. So you were saying Meryl Streep reminded you very much of Trump.
No, I was not saying that. I was saying that Meryl Streep in this, to me, didn't seem particularly, particularly even Republican. Her, the people that she got to do everything, it was just very much capitalistic and egotistical for sure, and much more about I feel like there's these traits that people seem to associate with Republicans that are not particularly Republican traits. They're actually just politician traits.
Like what?
Like only really being concerned about being reelected, being really just doing things based off of what will be most financially valuable to you.
There was a point
out to get them
right as COVID was first hitting, that Donald Trump would come on television. He would do a State of the Union, and he would wait. What he would do is he'd wait to start talking until the markets were about to close, and then he would start talking, and he would start naming all the companies that were going to get some federal aid.
Yeah,
that they were doing a great job. That they were going to infuse, inject cash into, liquidity into. I believe this is right. I believe I'm remembering correctly, and that would send the markets up at the end of the day. The stocks would start going tick 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 up 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 up, and then right around when all the markets were closing, which I think it was around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. He would then start talking about how infectious COVID was, what the new COVID stats were, and how many people were sick, and what the hospitals were at, but it was only after he talked the market up that he would talk about these other things. And the reason he did that, people thought, was that a strong economy and a strong stock market was a sign of a strong economy. Trump said, and now Biden says. That a strong economy would get him reelected. Yeah. He just wanted to do anything he could to hold on to the growth, the economic growth that had been occurring under his presidency. Do you know that Trump had a period of relative economic growth, and that more people were employed when he was in office, and had been employed for, I think, a long time before that, probably 30 years or something.
Yeah, why was that, you think?
My theory is it just was the luck of the timing. He went, he came in right at the end of a bubble.
What bubble?
Just sort of like all sorts of different assets and just a financial bubble where things seemed to be going well before it burst, and then everything started to fall apart again.
Oh yeah. Those actions that Trump took are not particularly because he's a Republican.
Yeah, but Trump was just really blatant about it. Meryl Streep and Trump were just like, yeah, we gotta make sure we keep our votes. They were just so naked.
Yeah, but did they say that to the public, or did they just say that to the main characters who are in their office?
Either way, I don't know.
Look, I think that if it's it matters, because if it's to the public, then that's a sort of a Republican thing to be so openly aggressive towards the voters and
so obviously openly corrupt.
Yeah,
and that's
so
a very
openly,
Trumpian thing, not necessarily a Republican.
Okay,
thing.
well, I'm new to life, and I've only been around for a little bit, and he's
5-10 minutes.
No, so 17 years. But
don't you remember the Bush administration?
No, I was born in 2004. So the first president I remember is Barack Obama. And
why weren't you paying attention when you were 2? I tried to get you to watch the news. Why didn't you listen to me? I would tell you, Bush is bad. He's not our president. He's resident-in-chief. He stole the election. I'd say that. You remember?
Yeah, I know. You said, I love Al Gore.
I would.
Al Gore is my boy. He's better than you are. At least he gives a shit about the world.
Ben, he remembers Bush.
Yeah, well...
That's why he's my favorite.
Are you going to keep that in, you think?
No. Well, maybe. He's not my favorite.
Yeah, well...
He's the oldest.
Yeah, he's the oldest, and that's why he remembers Bush. He's 25.
Okay.
But the thing about it is, sure, those are, being openly corrupt is a very Trump thing to do, but I think behind closed doors, all politicians are probably that way. Like, a lot of them are that corrupt. And I think that it's all about, getting a profit. I think that the main thing that Trump did that was very new is having someone that is just very incompetent run our country. Not particularly worse.
I think Simon remembers the Bush administration. He was born in 2002.
Ask him about that. You want to call him now?
Let's call him right now. I'm going to call Simon.
Yeah, call Simon and ask him if he remembers the Bush administration. I almost guarantee you he does not.
Okay, let's see. 1 second.
Hey, sorry, I didn't mean to call you.
No, I called you.
Oh, I know, but before, a couple seconds ago.
Did you call me a couple seconds ago?
Yep.
Weird,
You
because...
didn't see it?
No, I didn't see it. That's not why I'm calling.
Oh, okay.
I'm calling you because right now we're recording Zoomer Philosophy.
Yeah.
And we want to know, Simon, if you remember
The Bush administration.
George W. Bush Jr.
No.
What?
No.
What's that? You said yes, you do?
Do you remember? All right.
Remember when he
a
stole the
president
election?
Before Barack Obama.
I remember before the election, but, I have memories that I know are before the election, right? But I don't actually remember the Bush administration, because I didn't, care enough about politics.
Well, you were when you were born, Bush was already president.
Yes.
You were born in 2002. And when he left office, you were 6 years old. But you were very political. I remember you campaigned.
This is not true. This is not happening.
You had petitions that you ran around the neighborhood. You didn't know your own address, so we had to go with you. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Father
don't remember.
said to me that I told him I don't remember the Bush administration. He's like, Ben does, and I was like, yeah, he's 25, and then he's like, Simon does, and I was like, I don't think he does, and so we called you, and you don't remember, do you?
All right, fine. Well, you
I'm
win
very
then,
pleased with
but I think
myself.
it's unreasonable for you people not to remember the Bush years. What is wrong with Zoomers today?
We're younger? I don't, that's about it.
Okay, all right, I'm going to call your sister
Do you
now.
remember who was president when you
All right,
were
well, I'll talk to you
6?
later. I love you.
Love you too. Bye.
You see that? Did you hear that? I got a good son. Okay, she's not answering.
I didn't say that Emma would not remember the Bush administration. I bet she would, but
Hello?
Hi, Emma.
Emma, we're
What's up?
doing
It's your
Zoomer
father
philosophy.
and your brother Noah.
Yeah, we're here. Yeah.
And we're
Oh, hello.
we're recording Zoomer Philosophy right now.
Yeah.
You're recording me as you called me without warning, and you're recording me.
Yes.
Is it all right if we put you on the air?
It's not live. We can
Can
edit this.
Can I get permission to put you on the air?
Yeah, you can put me on the air.
This is my daughter, Emma. We were discussing. Noah and I were discussing his political memories, so like who he thinks of when he thinks of a president.
Yeah.
And for Noah, it's
Okay.
pretty much just Trump.
No, it's when I think president, I think Barack Obama or Trump. Either one of those. I think of them as Democratic president. I think Barack Obama. If I think Republican, I think Trump.
And
Okay.
so I said to him, what about Bush? What about Bush Jr.? George W. Bush. And he said he didn't have any memory of that. And I said, you were 2 years old. Why didn't you pay more attention? And
Well, naturally, he should have, right?
yeah.
God.
And then, so now I'm thinking, I thought, Simon surely would remember the Bush
didn't.
administration.
He
So
did
I
not.
called Simon, and he has no memory of Bush. So I'm calling you. Do you remember the Bush era?
Yes, I do.
And you were born in 98.
Yeah.
Instead of
I remember when
2002.
Yeah, and so what do you remember of George W. Bush?
I remember that you hated him.
Yeah, I did.
And I remember that you guys quoted him, I am the decider.
Yeah. Anything else?
I remember, I don't know. I remember being worried that we were going to get bombed because you thought that Bush did 9/11.
Now that's not true.
No,
Emma.
you did. You did.
I was just open to the idea for a minute. I never was a truther.
You knew.
I remember I once asked
All right,
you
well,
if we
it
were
was-
going to get bombed, and you said, I don't know, maybe.
I was a good father.
Didn't you?
I didn't pass on
specifically tell
anxiety
her
to you.
that the election was rigged?
I did tell her that, but
Yeah, no, also for years I thought that it was a well-known fact that the election was rigged, and that was just like a thing that we all accepted.
that was a fact.
Is it?
Okay.
Was it a fact or is it a
In
fact?
2000, it is a fact. In 2000, Al Gore won the vote, the popular vote, and he would have won Florida if they had properly counted the votes. But only the Supreme Court stepped in and stopped the recount.
Right.
That's a well-known fact.
Okay,
not
but
that
the way
well
you
known, no.
phrased it was like not like that at
Oh,
the time.
okay. Well, do you think I raised you to be a paranoid leftist?
Yeah, probably, but I don't know if that's a bad thing.
Well, I'm sorry. But I'm cutting out the bit about 9/11.
No, don't cut that bit out.
That's getting cut.
No.
Let's see. So you remember the Bush era, and then, but you probably have stronger memories of the Obama era, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was older. So.
Right. All right. So you're a Zoomer, and you remember George W. Bush.
I do remember Bush.
How you doing otherwise?
I'm fine. Melissa and I are going on a date tonight.
Oh, that's
You can
nice.
put that in your podcast if you'd like.
Yeah.
Okay. Your boyfriend Malachi and you are going on a date. Where are you guys going?
Where are we going, Ben?
Poppies Anatolia.
Poppies Anatolia.
Oh.
I don't know what
Is
that
that
is.
like a restaurant, or are you guys like going to an amusement park?
Is that like a video game arcade?
It's a restaurant.
Oh,
Cool.
You guys should go to an amusement park. I like because there's little rides there, and there's a clown named
You know, there's
Bob.
only so much you can do during COVID. Going to a restaurant is sketchy enough as is,
That's
I think.
true, I think.
The nice thing about a restaurant is that when you get into the restaurant, if you take your mask off while you have food on your table, the food cancels out the COVID.
Yeah, the
That is
food.
nice, yeah.
The
All right.
airwaves from the food cancel out all the COVID around you. It's neat. It's like metachlorians.
All right. Well, Emma, I love you. I'll talk to you
Love you
later.
too.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Love you, Emma. Oh, she's gone.
All right. Should we call Ben?
Yeah, we know that he remembers.
Yeah. Well, just to see if he does. Shall we call him?
Yeah, sure. Let's call him. Ask him if he remembers the president before Bush.
Oh, that's a good idea. If he remembers Clinton.
Yeah.
He wouldn't because Clinton was left office in... No, wait. He might because... Right, no, he might because he was born... He would have been 4 when Clinton left office.
Yeah.
So that's a good idea. I'll ask him.
Hello?
Hello, Ben.
Ben, we're doing Zoomer philosophy.
This is your father and your brother Noah.
Yeah.
We're recording Zoomer philosophy.
Yeah.
And
I
we
see.
and we stumbled upon a point of disagreement and disappointment.
Yeah. I'm not disappointed.
what's your-
I'm quite happy with myself. Ben, I have a question for you. Do you consider yourself a Zoomer? Or are you a millennial?
I'm right on the edge. I tend to argue against being a Zoomer.
Okay.
Why would you do that to your father?
Yeah, father's very upset.
I don't want you to claim to be a millennial.
I was born in 1996. Well, you don't want me to claim to be a millennial because you want to continue to feel young.
I want to be able to date millennials without feeling like a creep.
Yeah, I understand. That's the same thing I said.
No, you didn't say.
You want to feel young.
Yeah, well, that's not it.
Well,
It's the same. Yeah. Well,
I was born in 1996, and online I tend to look it up, and sometimes it says 2000, sometimes it says 1996 is cut off, sometimes it says 1998. So it depends on who you ask, but I'll say I did not grow up on Instagram, so I consider myself a millennial for that reason.
Okay, I don't think that's a good judgment on your part.
No, I think it's cultural, right?
Look, all of your siblings,
a random date, or we're going to do cultural. And I think Instagram was a big, that's a cultural thing.
No, but look, all of your
siblings are
Zoomers
because they were born after 1996, but I was born in 1996, therefore I'm a millennial.
All right, you're just being a butthead.
I don't know.
All right, well,
the categories are stupid.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Then the show's called Zoomer Philosophy. I didn't pick the name.
Well,
I wanted to do the order.
All right. Well, you know what? If you're not a Zoomer, I guess I should just hang up. No. Okay. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Okay. So the question is this. Now, I was disappointed to find out that half of my children answered this question in the negative, and I'm shocked. But do you remember the Bush administration? That's George W. Bush or Bush Jr. Do you remember the Bush administration?
Yes.
Yes. See?
All right. Well,
the good ones do.
Yeah. He was born in 1996. Ben, do you remember the Clinton administration?
What?
I don't really remember the Clinton administration.
Yeah. See? How old was I when Barack Obama was elected?
How old were you when Barack Hussein Obama was elected?
Yeah,
you were 4 years old.
Yeah, the same age.
That's the same age I was when Bush was elected.
Yeah.
Okay, but all right, fine. Fair enough. Fine. So,
and we proved with Simon that even before that, it was not enough time.
So, what do you remember about the Bush years, Ben? As a Zoomer,
not liking him. I remember Bushisms.
Mm-hmm.
I remember him saying something about his telephone. What's he say? You say it once.
It wasn't about a telephone.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
Won't get fooled again. Yeah.
Won't get fooled again.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
How is that a telephone bit?
It had nothing to do with telephone, but it was it was during the war on Iraq, and yeah, he said that.
I remember.
That's like so
horrible. I remember all my friends' parents and my parents thinking that he was a buffoon.
Yeah. Yep. He was the worst president we ever had.
Worse than Trump?
I remember having an opinion about the war in Iraq.
Right.
And thinking that it was bad. I remember having at least one argument with a friend.
I would say that Trump is the worst president that we've ever had out of the three presidents that we've had in the entirety of American history, because I am the basis of reality.
So the only three presidents you even know anything about are Abraham Lincoln, Barack Hussein Obama, and Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I think that between Abraham Lincoln, Barack Obama, and Trump, I think is the best one.
Abraham Lincoln does not exist in my perception of reality since I wasn't born.
No, but you loved Abraham Lincoln as a little kid.
Yeah, I
you had a little
He's
Abraham
great.
Lincoln bobble doll.
That's true. I did. Abraham Lincoln was awesome. He was probably a capitalist scumbag, but aside from that, he was, he did the getting rid of the whole slavery thing. I'm a big supporter of.
So we all agree that of the presidents, Abraham Lincoln was one of the good ones.
Yes, of course. But
probably the best one.
Yeah, he was.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know if there's another one as good as Abraham Lincoln.
Well, George Washington.
No. George Washington owned slaves.
He crushed the whiskey rebellion.
Yeah, but
he never told a lie.
That's true.
I don't believe that, actually. I don't think that he was a politician. Of course he told a lie.
All right. Well, listen, Ben.
Probably lied to the British.
Thanks for joining in on Zoomer Philosophy as a Zoomer. And I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I love you too.
All right. Bye.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
I got all my kids to say they love me.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I love you, Father.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got plenty of material now.
Yeah, but we haven't even talked about the movie.
we did. We said it.
Do you remember why? Like, did we talked about what you didn't like about it? Like the main
reason I didn't like Don't Look Up is because it had a sad ending, and I like happy endings.
Yes, that was based. You thought it was a downer. This is
It was
what
a downer.
I'm not like.
I didn't like it when on another movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. I didn't
Yeah.
like very much.
You thought-
because the boat sank. I was like, well, that's not. They should have changed it.
Yeah, that was history though.
Yeah, well, still, it was a musical. Did they sing and dance in history? Was there
Yeah,
was there a
probably
big
there was
romance
some
in history? I don't think
romance
so.
on that ship.
I don't think so. I don't think that was historical. I think
the
they
ship
could have
was very
changed it.
large.
If they had been really daring, they would have changed Titanic.
You know, there's an animated movie that did that.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
I was right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I think we could leave
Well,
it
look,
there.
no, but we want to. I'll explain to people why you thought that
I just said why.
Real Genius was a better film.
Oh, in Real Genius, they're faced with a weapon that's gonna kill people and do bad things, and they don't just sit there and go, "Oh no, we have to convince the bad people to change." They don't say, "Oh, we can't do anything if we can't convince our oppressors to change what they're doing." They climb on board the plane.
And they
They
pull
hack
off
into
a
the
mission,
mainframe. They put a gigantic pie tin filled with, a huge tin of popcorn in a man's house.
Yeah, great. That's what they should have done in.
They should have made popcorn.
Yeah, they
at
should
the
have
end.
made popcorn at the end of the movie, and then a house got filled with popcorn instead of the asteroid.
the asteroid killing everyone.
They harnessed the asteroid's power to then put all the popcorn in the world into that evil
professor's house.
Yeah, or
No, how about the White House? Sure,
Yeah.
the White House.
So much popcorn in the White House.
It's a bit derivative. It's kind of a stealing, but
Yeah,
I
no,
would have liked it.
Yeah, it would have been a better.
And Val Kilmer could have shown up just a wave. 'Cause
Yeah.
he can't talk. All right.